What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a beautiful, fantastic, amazing, stunningly beautiful day. Welcome back. We are going to finish out the album from David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, and the Spiders from Mars with his final song on the album, Rock and Roll Suicide. This was all released in 1972. Hope that you've enjoyed the journey. Hope that you've enjoyed your time here on the channel, your times in the past, hopefully your times in the future. I'm trying to talk in my very monotone radio voice. It's supposed to be soothing, it's supposed to be calming, it's supposed to bring you down, take you up, bring you where you want to be. So let's get into it. This is David Bowie with the final song, Rock and Roll Suicide. Thank you so much for being here. Let's do it.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then cigarette. The water wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, ho, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it, and the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past the cafe, but you don't eat when you've lived too long. Oh no, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Shift break for snarling as you stumble across the road. But the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow, don't let the milk float rob your mind. They're so natural, religiously unkind. Oh no, love, you're not alone. Yourself, but you're too unfair. You've got your head all tangled up, but if I can only make you care. Oh no, love, you're not alone. No matter what or who you've been, no matter when or where you've seen, all the knives need to lacerate your brain. I've had my share, I'll help you with the pain. You're not alone.
Oh, it just switched to making plans for Nigel. I have no idea because there's no relation between the two. Some worlds will end in a whisper, some in a bang. Bowie is the bang sort. What a quick, charismatic explosion to end the album with. The way he lets his vocals soar, fry, with sorrow, with anger, with regrets, with whatever emotion is captured there in the music. But as a final call, the way at the end he's saying, "Give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful." There's something about that. Let me pull it back up again. Give me a second. There's something about... Wasn't the whole purpose conceptually of Ziggy coming to Earth to save the earth, basically. So there's something about him saying, give me your hands because you're wonderful. In the end, acknowledging the beauty of mankind. Acknowledging how close of a relationship he felt with people. There's something about that. And I'm imagining he's dying at the end. I mean, rock and roll suicide. Perhaps playing to the point, or I don't know, literally playing, but like giving up so much of himself in an explosion of music and rock and roll stardom, sacrificing himself for the world that he fell in love with, the world of us. Give me your hands because you're wonderful. I'm sorry, there's something specifically about that. But this song, like I said, just wonderfully wraps up the album. Very easygoing guitar in the beginning here. Interesting when the bass kicks come in to kind of like almost kickstart the rest of the song. Almost like a lawnmower. And he sings with a lot of sadness in the beginning here. Maybe because he knows like it's time for him to go. At that point, time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then your cigarette. The wall-to-wall is calling, it lingers. Then you forget. Oh, you're a rock and roll suicide. Something like taking in the moment. You know? I don't smoke, but like a cigarette, time takes a cigarette and puts it in your mouth. You enjoy it. You let it linger. You enjoy the taste. And then slowly but surely you pull it away. Like time gives you the cigarette, life. And then time takes away the cigarette. You only enjoy it for a certain amount of time. There's something very sad in those lyrics. But isn't that really interesting? Just that, like, you know something's coming. And then when it does come, and it comes with these huge horns, with big strings, and with that same glamour that you've come to expect at this point from Mr. Bowie in totality. This is just a really nice way of wrapping up the present that we've been given on this one. And you guys know you feel something when you hear this coming.
Chef break for snarling.
There you go. At first, knowing that it was the end, sad, grieving, and then building up that last spark, that last fire, that last shockwave that will shock audiences everywhere. That's at least all that I'm getting listening to this track. I'll have to dig into the story and see exactly what's going on, but I think he's dying, of course, also by the name, but it just sounds like the end of Ziggy at this point. Now, also a random thought I just had. I know that Bowie goes through different characters or personalities throughout his career. Is this actually the end of Ziggy that we see in this album or in this song? Does the Ziggy character continue on after this, or is this literally the end of him? Really love his performance here in the second half. Hold on. As he sings through the swirling strings. Great bass playing, by the way. Did you hear that? Oh yeah. Listen to that. His final message to us. You're not alone. I've mentioned it. Sorry to stop that great vocal performance, but I've mentioned it. When a song stops and isolates one moment of power, one voice, that line in which it stops and it's solitary is typically really important. So when everything stops and we're just left with him screaming out, "You're not alone," that's a strong message to take. Let's talk about the rest of the lyrics really quick. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it. And the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past a cafe, but you don't eat when you've lived too long. You're a rock and roll suicide. So I wonder what it is. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it. The clock waits so patiently on your song. I'm not quite sure. Maybe talking about life. Chev brakes are snarling as you stumble across the road, but the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow. Don't let the milk float ride your mind. You're so natural, religiously unkind. I'm not 100% sure lyrically what's going on. All that I'm sure of, I think, is that he's dead at the end of this. It says on Wikipedia, just kind of following the story from this particular song, Following his fall from grace, Ziggy is described as a hollow figure caught in the headlights of breaking cars as he stumbles across the road. Rather than dying in blood, Ziggy cries to the audience, requesting they give him their hands because they are wonderful before perishing on stage. Okay, so it's kind of like a last hurrah for him on stage, as he's going out, basically, going out in flames. Really, what a wonderful way to end the album. Really nice arrangements around the whole thing. This album is pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, on first listen basis, just for myself to end it all, Diamond Dogs is still my favorite. As of right now. But who knows? I got to give it time. I got to sit with it. It has to sit with me. We got to talk to each other. We got to get to know each other. We're only on first date basis. You got to go on a second date. I got to text and call and see what's going on. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that you all enjoyed the journey listening to this album through with me. Of course, if you did, you can let me know. If you didn't, you can let me know. If you just want to comment, whatever you want to comment, let me know. But I always thank you for being here, and I mean that. Thank you for being here. Hope you come back tomorrow. You can follow me on Twitter. You can do a lot of things, but you're here. I'm here. That's all. Sometimes that's all. But I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.